Hey, what's up, my nerds? We're back. We're here. We're at the site of our future steel mill area. And if you're paying close attention here, you're going to notice we've got our jetpack. And with our jetpack, we also need a way to get liquid biofuel for it. So we're going to kick this episode off with a bit of a tour of a little thing I threw together of a hand feeding area for our liquid biofuel. Kind of wanted to have a little bit of a artsy take and use this crash site as a little bit of a remembrance to our fallen pioneers before us. But basically, you just come up here, empty some canisters in there, which I'm actually using the alt recipe for steel ingots for the steel canisters. We put our solid biofuel in here. Once it's all said and done, boop, uploads here into our dimensional depot so that I can just have that anywhere. Basically, our water comes out, comes through here, goes all the way across, goes into our refinery. We have our solid biofuel that comes out, boop, goes into our refinery, which then that pops out of our liquid biofuel here, boop, puts that into the packager. We get our canisters that come in, and then out of the packager, our liquid biofuel goes into that other lift, and then into our dimensional depot. And that's pretty much it. Just kind of gives us some easy access on the go, and you don't really tear through a whole lot, so just hand feeding it's no real big hassle for me right now. Eventually I will do. Ugh. I plan on automating that so that I don't have to worry about that at all. But don't worry about this. This is just temporary things to get some coal, but this is where our steel is going to go. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to go yet. I haven't put a whole lot of thought into the layout of this, but it'll be manufacturing here. Now, if you notice in the top right here, we also have 100 singularity cells needed, and we just so happen to have 100 of them. I think we're going to drive back to the base. We're going to go turn those in. We're going to complete phase 3. We're going to unlock the other tiers so that we can hopefully easily-ish get our tier 5 belts and lifts and all that done, because now that it's December, I want to work on my FICSMAS setup, and I'd really like to use tier 5 belts just because that's going to make it a bit easier, because that's kind of at the top end until we push further and get those tier 6, but tier 5 will be enough for now. Skirt! Alrighty. Go turn this in. With all the, before we do that, with all the adventuring here, we've got a bunch more sloops. We got a bunch of coupons from syncing our alien DNA capsules. We got 30 hard drives prepped and ready to go. We got 54 Mercer spheres, which, with that, whoops, actually, I'll show you before we turn this puppy in, is those hard drives are nice because we have all of them found so far, so there's nothing in the loot pool, so when we move further up into the milestones, tiers, phases, whatever, we can just start out with unlocking other ones to get what we need. As well as we are currently at got this knocked out, so we are at the max upload speed and max storage space for our dimensional depots, which is huge. Anyway, go turn these puppies in, and let's see what Ada has to tell us this time.
Welcome to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress presentation. Congratulations, the Phase 3 project part shipment is finally ready for delivery. On delivery, Phase 3 will be completed and the main body will be constructed. You should know how this works by now. You'll get access to tiers 7 and 8 in the hub. In fact, perhaps you should just go look at the technologies there yourself. It's all laid out so that even a monkey could understand it, so you should have no issues. Speaking of which, I don't think you need a reminder about project parts. Instead, I will be providing some interesting facts. Did you know the average pioneer succeeds at saving the day? Did you know the average pioneer knows how to optimize pipe throughput? Did you know the average pioneer stays late at work because they care about humanity? Anyway, I thought you might want to know more about your peers. Good luck in Phase 4.
Thanks for the kind words as always, Ada. Whoops. We might want to launch that, huh? Alrighty. Let's zoom on over here. Watch this puppy get shot up. Get that sling. Wait, you know what? Maybe we can get a better look-see from up here. Can do. We can get rid of that. And watch this get built. Move on to the next thing. The other one I'm big excited for with the upgrade that we have coming up is getting that hover pack. Jetpack's great for exploring out and about, but that hover pack, when you're doing some big builds, slap some electrical poles on there, my goodness, is it a massively good tool when it comes to doing builds. One of those things, the first time I played through, I kind of put the jetpack and the hover pack way off longer than I should have. When I finally got them, absolute game changer, regretted waiting so long to get them. Alrighty, that's that.
Phase 3 of Project Assembly completed. Fixit's predictions indicate pioneers should generally reach this point faster with above-average results, but we should all adjust our expectations according to the situation. It is understandable. The pressure and complexity will only increase from here, so be sure to take on Phase 4 with efficiency and competence.
Appreciate that, Ada, but hey, can't rush perfection. We got tier 7, tier 8. I know we need bauxite refinement so that we can get logistics Mark 5. Oh no, I should have enough of these all stored away so we can knock that out. I know I need to make more motors for that, but that'll come in handy soon. And I know we're going to need the aluminum stuff to create that. So those are kind of the high priority things I really want. That'll come in handy out exploring around. Especially after the last couple things I found where you had the devs, they decided to sneakily put some, I believe it was some spheres or something, in uranium nodes that you had to hand mine. Yeah, that one was a fun one. Okay, I'm not really too concerned with... Ooh, we do need the blender, though. It's the one thing I need for what I want to do with the rocket power plant, because I think I'm going to try to skip over the coal plant, because with the exploring, we've got enough sloops to create some alien power augmenters to help supplement. I think we could make 4 or 5 of them right now, and that's what, 2,000, 2,500 megawatts of power. But anyway, I think we're going to try to figure this out. We're also going to figure out what about our FICSMAS stuff, which I do have a plan. I want my FICSMAS factory to be, I think, out in the Dune Desert. I don't know, I like that idea of a whole Christmassy area being in the opposite area of snow and all that jazz. But anyway. Yeah. So I think that's it for right now. We'll come back in a little bit. We're going to focus on FICSMAS stuff, and I'll show you what I got going so far once we get there. And we're here at the site of our soon-to-be FICSMAS factory. I decided to make this episode a little different and focus more on FICSMAS since that's a limited time event. But I did decide we're going to do it in the desert. We're going to do this area here. I chose this because I said I wanted to do the desert. I know we have iron and copper nearby. And we're going to kind of put it all here, make this little desert paradise. I think I'm going to wall around the whole thing so that when you're kind of inside it, it's just its own little cool Christmassy area separated from the outside world. Don't mind the phases here at the top or anything you may see in the background here. This is some recording this on the server that I have with my buddies because on the save file for this playthrough, I might have forgotten to record this part before I already started building on this stuff. But anyway, yep, I will be checking back in here in a few. You can see some of the progress that I've already made and where the intended route is going to be for this little area. I will say I've never done FICSMAS before. This is my first one. But we're going to wing it anyway. I'm definitely going to build more than I think I'm going to need for now, but I just want to have enough room to be able to be prepared or expand if needed once we get to the higher tiers of our FICSMAS tree. And we're here, back on our save, away from the server. And here's what we've got a little bit so far. So I've got all these gifts being made by our FICSMAS tree. We got 4 rows of 17 trees each row making 255 gifts per minute, which then get transported over here. And then where I am storing 4 rows of just the gifts here. We've got a row of the iron ingots. We've got a row of the copper ingots. All this stuff is a mess right now. I'm kind of just producing this stuff as I go along so I can have some stockpiled for building things, as well as just having it prepped and ready once we get to the higher tiers of our FICSMAS tree, so I can already have some stuff ready, raring to go, so we can progress a little bit. But anyway, we have our copper and iron ingots being smelted right over here. I'm thinking the main factory area might be here with a little bit of a tower coming up, or maybe even over here with a little bit of a tower coming up. Didn't even say tower, but just a building structure. The thing I'm standing on right now is the idea that I have for potentially being like the main storage hub of our FICSMAS town area. But I'm still not 100% sure yet where everything's going to go. I'm kind of just building it in stages. And definitely the power thing here as well, which, as you can see from over here, I've got my one of my alien power augmenters over there kind of supplying the power for now. But I was thinking, we've got the iron, we've got the copper. I know we've got coal nearby that we should probably do coal power. I mean, it's a Christmassy area. Why not put coal power in here? I think that's the way we're going to go. We're going to build some coal jennies in here, maybe more than we need, and then we can hook it up into our power grid to help supplement further power down the line. But I guess it kind of really depends on how much power I generate here, as well as how many of constructors, smelters, assemblers, foundries that I need to produce what I feel may be an acceptable amount of things. But anyway, we're going to get back into work, check back in with you guys in a little bit, share the progress, and I hope you enjoy. We're back. We're here. We've got some more progress made on our FICSMAS facility. As you can see, I still don't have any of our manufacturing machines being made, and they're kind of just down here temporarily. But anyway, give you a little bit of a tour so far. We've got our hangar here spruced up a bit more Christmassy. I decided with these metal walls, we got our asphalt foundation, bringing everything over. We've scattered some of our wonderful FICSMAS trees around. We've got our things being mined here, nice centered up on the foundation here, which I could show you guys how to center it up nice. It's still not on the world grid, but at least it looks a little bit better. Alrighty, so here we are. We're at a nice little copper node. Show you how I was able to center up that miner on the foundation, rather. Basically, what I'll do is I'll just take any foundation here. Maybe we want a 4-1, yeah. We'll go up a little bit higher. We're just going to stick those on the world grid for now, just so I can have some sort of foundation to put our miner on. So we'll come over here. We'll bring our Mark II miner out. There we go. We'll just do it this way, make it a little bit easier. So we put that on. Dang, that's kind of close to center. Anyway, let's try a different angle. Make that work a little bit better. Yeah, that'll work. Actually, let's do it at an angle. Okay, so we got that up. I'll take those out. And here is the big important part. We come into architecture, we bring our road barrier out, and we press and hold control, and it will lock right on there, right on the front of the miner in the middle. We can bring our, bring our foundations back in here. And basically, we'll get it to line up, and there we go. Snap onto that. We're going to freeze that in place. And if you want it dead in the middle, you just move your arrow keys after you've held it there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 4 slots over will be perfectly in the middle. And then you can choose how far you want it to go out, or whether you want it to be nice and neat, and kind of just use your arrow keys to move it around. And if you put that little white box right there on that grid, click it, it will line up with the other little hash mark there with the white thing on the grid, and that is the perfect right in the middle of 2 foundations for 1 little miner. We've got our wonderful FICSMAS lights serving as our decorations. Things all cleaned up for a lot of it on this part. Ooh, let's get over to some more power. But we have all of our stuff being mined, bringing it over, coming all the way around, going under the side there, under this platform for these ones going over the iron. We have our copper over there that gets sent over. And we did settle on some coal power here, as you saw from the last little bit, and we're bringing it over from that mine right over there, which will give you a little tour of the train ride and show you how I calculated out how much I need to be able to mine out of there to make sure that my coal power never shuts down. We've got our awesome candy canes. It gets unloaded from there, the coal comes under here, goes all the way over, feeds that side, feeds that side. We've got all of our candy canes going right to our water extractors, feeding both sides. I think this is where I'm going to run out of power. Right in the water? Yep. So here we got our trees, added some decorations up top. I think what I'm going to do here is have this entranceway to our little facility be out here. Come on in, maybe widen this open some so you could drive a vehicle in, put it up onto a parking lot right over here. Walk in. Come on in, and then I'm thinking now for this main building, potentially having some stairs go up to an entrance right here, having like a lobby area where everything is being stored, and then a little sky walkway branching over to maybe two different factories, one over there in that original spot, one over there. How I was able to time how much intake I need of coal to make sure that my machines don't shut off is once this is done unloading and the cart gets brought back, the train horn is going to beep, and what you want to do is from that first beep to doing a whole round trip, so it'll go out to where my coal mining is, pick it up and bring it back, and then it will beep again. I would time it from that first beep to that second beep. There was that first one, and that'll give me my round trip time. Put this on photo mode. So I'm using 240 coal total per minute. And this trip, when I timed it, was just under 2.5 minutes. And so since that would be 2.5 times that 120, or that 240 rather, so, you know, 2 times that would be 480 plus another 120 for the half. That would be 600 total coal I need per minute to guarantee it doesn't shut down. I didn't want to go super accurate, but just enough so I could still have a little bit of an overflow, so I just rounded up to the 2.5 minutes. And therefore, I'm bringing over 600... enough for 600 per minute so my coal does not shut down at all. But we'll take this back, and then we're going to continue on with this tour here. We'll enjoy this nice little scenic ride. We'll keep it in silence as we just venture on through our journey. Now we're back. Still going to keep that stopwatch running until we hear that train beep for him to take off. And then that is how long you know for minute-wise, and then compare that to your parts per minute to bring in. So I think we're just going to end it off here, just for a part 1 video, and then we'll do a part 2 FICSMAS video later when I'm able to unlock more things in the mayhem tree. Or kind of just at a bit of a standstill right now because they have certain progress of the tree locked behind days. But anyway, we've got so far for the tree. Just started out here, and as you can... Come on, there we go. As you can see, there's that little disk drive there that you get from the advent calendar. They're kind of time-gated, so that one was unlocked on day 1 for the advent calendar, which then unlocked these sides here for our candy cane basher, the candy cane, and then the FICSMAS decorative candy cane with the bow, which the basher is really freaking cool. Those little bells jingling. Gives off a bit of a snowy effect when you go after some enemies. Kind of like it better than the regular basher, honestly. Hope I'm able to use it once FICSMAS ends. But anyway, the next tier was here with you needed that and that other disk drive, which was locked behind day 4. Then unlocked these sides for here, and here. Then again, boom, back to here for another time lock here. That disk was unlocked on day 8 of FICSMAS, which then came down here to unlock the FICSMAS power lights, which are, oh man, they're just so perfect for this. Gives a nice little feel to it. Ooh, come on. And then our snow dispensers, which is a nice touch too, especially if you have it close enough on the ground. It snow covers the ground a little bit. I wonder if these you'll be able to see with these ones here. Might be up too high. They might need to be directly on the ground to get it to work. Oh no, there you go. You can see it right there. Kind of wish it would pile up and accumulate a little bit, but hey, you know, something's better than nothing. It's a nice little touch, adds to the feel. But here's kind of why I'm just saying part 1 video and then we'll do a part 2 after, is we've got this final tier right here, which I can't really progress any further to, to make the rest of the things like the reef, the gold star, the fireworks, all that, until we get that hard drive out of the advent calendar until day 14. We're still a few days away, so I think that's where we're just going to leave this video for now, and in the next video we will end up fixing our really cool little FICSMAS facility. Our train go away. And just as our train goes away, we're going to go away. So if you stuck around this long again, hey, I appreciate it. Came back. I appreciate that just as much. I hope you come back for more, and rest assured, we will have great things in the future coming. So, on that note, thank you guys for watching. And as always, have a good one.